Class-5. Subject: Bangladesh and Global Studies, English version. Chapter 3, Historical Place and Artifacts in Bangladesh. Short questions. 1. Name our 2 oldest sites. Ans. There are many historical monuments in Bangladesh. Among them 2 oldest sites are as follows. A. Mahasthangar. B. Wari Bateshwar. 2. Which religion was followed in the 8th century? Ans. Buddhism, Hinduism and Jain religion were followed in the 8th century. 3. Who discovered our ancient sites? Ans. The history and heritage of Bangladesh is very rich. Bangladesh has many significant historical sites. Many archaeologists discovered our ancient sites. Broad questions. 1. Where are the relics now usually preserved? Ans. Bangladesh is a country considerably rich in archaeological wealth, especially of the medieval period both during the Muslim and pre-Muslim rules, though most of it is still unexplored and unknown. Work at present is carried out in this respect while new information and fresh evidence are coming out gradually. These fresh explorations help us to know the chronology of ancient Bangladesh. By discovering historical monuments, we found different types of silver, gold and bronze coins, stone figures, beads, terracotta plates, sculptures etc. These relics help us to know about cultures in our past. The relics are now usually preserved in different monument sites and other museums. We should visit our archaeological sites to know the unknown and to see the unseen. 1. Why should we visit our historical monuments? Ans. Bangladesh has many significant historical monuments. These contain valuable relics of the Sultanate and Mughal rules in this country. We should visit our historical monuments for the following reasons. 1. By visiting these monuments, we can enrich our knowledge and gather practical experience about our history and culture. 2. Respect for our national history, culture and civilization thus increases. 3. Those who research in historical matter can also be benefited. 4. Visiting historical places not only refreshes our body and mind, but also releases a vast amount of mental pressure from our daily monotonous activities. 5. Trips to historical places help the children to be interested in exploring new things. So, we should visit our historical monuments to be familiar with our glorious past. 2. Why do we need to preserve historical relics? Ans. Bangladesh has many significant historical monuments. We need to preserve historical relics for the following reasons. I. We should preserve historical relics as these give us a physical, tangible connection to our past culture and civilization. E. Historical relics also play a vital role in the economy of a country. 3. These relics help us to compare our present with the past. 4. Historical relics give us an idea about the level of development, knowledge and thoughts of past. 5. We need to preserve historical relics as these are also important for the generations to come. We will try our level best to create public awareness about the preservation of historical relics. Government should take proper steps in this respect. Extra broad questions. 1. What kind of things can we learn from the finds in museums? Ans. Museums provide a unique interactive experience of getting up close to things we usually only see in books, newspapers or on the television. The things then we can learn from the finds in museums are as follows. 1. The finds in museums give us a physical, tangible connection to our past culture and civilization. E. These finds help us to compare our present with the past. 3. These finds help us to think where we would be today if some of these things hadn't been discovered or invented. IV. These finds inspire us to be interested in history, art and science. 5. These finds give us an idea about the level of development, knowledge and thoughts of past. The finds in museums help us to know the unknown and to see the unseen. 2. What features of Mahasthangar would attract the people to visit? Ans. Mahasthangar is one of the most significant historical sites of Bangladesh. The following features of Mahasthangar would attract the people to visit. I. An old fortress fortified with a ditch. E. An ancient Brahmin inscription. 3. Religious relics. IV. Plates, sculptures, coins, beads. 5. The Kodai Pathor stone having 3.35 meter length and 0.91 meters width. So, we should visit Mahasthangar to be known with our glorious past. 3. Why do you think the school should make a visit to Sonargaon? Ans. Sonargaon is one of the most significant historical sites of Bangladesh. I think our school should make a visit to Sonargaon for the following reasons. I appreciate this place due to its enrichment with historical sites of 17th century, e. We can go to the tomb of Ghiaz-ud-Din Azam Shah and Folk Museum in Sonargaon. 3. This tour can enrich our knowledge and we can gather practical experience about our history and culture. IV. We can also be known to Panam city that was built near Sonargaon in the 19th century as a Hindu business center for trading cotton. 5. This tour can refresh our body and mind and can release a vast amount of mental pressure from our daily monotonous activities. So, we should visit to Sonargaon to be familiar with our glorious past. Extra short questions. 1. Which sites were begun in the Maurya dynasty around 400 BC? Ans, Mahasthangar and Wari Bateshwar were begun in the Maurya dynasty around 400 BC. 2. What happened in 400 BC, 800 AD, 17th century, 19th century? Ans, Mahasthangar and Wari Bateshwar were established around 400 BC. King Manik Chandra was the ruler of Mainamati in 800 AD. Sonargaon was the capital of Muslim sultans in 17th century. Panam city was built nearby Sonargaon in 19th century. 3. What was called Pundranagar during Maurya dynasty? Ans, Mahasthangar was called Pundranagar during Maurya dynasty. 4. Where did people find silver coins, stone figures and beads? Ans, people found silver coins, stone figures and beads in Wari Bateshwar. 5. Which museum displays coins and stone inscriptions? Ans, the Museum of Mainamati displays coins and stone inscriptions. 6. Which monument had secret tunnels and a three-domed mosque? Ans, Lal Bagh Fort had secret tunnels and a three-domed mosque.